from the UK. I mean, the UK adopted herd immunity to begin with. It went against everything that everyone else was doing in the EU. In fact, it went against medical advice, and although they were told millions will die, they thought this herd immunity would work. But in fact, after a few weeks and the infections became out of control and the NHS, their hospital system, started to get overloaded, they tried to change up the plan and go with a lockdown system. But of course, the lockdown system was, you know, a little too late, and already the infections were spiraling out of control. And then in this lockdown, the lockdown wasn't enforced like it was in Asia or in Malaysia for that reason. They had a partial lockdown in the sense where you were allowed to go outside and exercise. You know, suddenly the UK became a country where everyone was going outside and exercising. Like, it was a trend on social media. Like, we saw tons of people we knew, you know, going out for runs, and you were like, you don't even exercise. You know, it was crazy. It wasn't just them, it was the whole of the UK doing it. But of course, the police didn't have, you know, the respect needed, and they weren't dishing out, you know, fines or arrests, you know, enough to warrant people staying at home. So people were breaking the rules and not sticking by it, and the UK didn't really understand how serious it was. And now the UK has got the highest death rate in Europe, and it is now 250,000, or reached 250,000 active cases. I mean, that's 250,000. And now what the UK is trying to do is reduce the lockdown. And by reducing the lockdown, they're trying to save the economy. But of course, you've got 250,000 cases active, you know, and the NHS, you know, is in a bad way trying to deal with all these cases. You know, and you've just got to compare the numbers to what Malaysia has done to realise that the UK hasn't implemented the system like they have. So these European nations like the UK and Italy, by trying to save their economy, you know, by making the restrictions, you know, less tight and less restrictive, you know, they actually made things worse. And now we're in a lot of a worse position than a country like Malaysia is. You know, both those countries being our home countries is quite difficult for us to watch, you know, and see that unfold. But, you know, but at the same time, be blessed and feel lucky that we're in a country like Malaysia where things have been handled so well. Malaysia, can we borrow your health minister and take some advice from your government, because they have done an absolutely amazing job. We need the attitude of your people as well to help our countries. Because I tell you what, you know, we are really struggled with it. But also, finally, we just wanted to say, you know, that's why we think Malaysia is the safest country in the world at the moment.
Okay, itu saja untuk video kali ini.